This is the lineup for the COVID jail, and this is one of several COVID jails in Toronto, but this one is actually in Terminal 3. This is the Sheraton Gateway Hotel, one of the designated places, and you can see that there's a real backlog of people traveling into Canada that have to go straight into a 3-day quarantine that they have to pay for themselves. It's a very slow process. In the case of a woman that came all the way from Manila, it's an awfully long day.
Exhausted. I just want to be in my room and sleep.
There's been a lot of complaints specifically about this hotel, and needless to say, somebody representing the hotel was not happy to be asked questions about the very concerning allegations that were leveled here over the weekend. Wait. So who's the media person? No wonder the manager of the hotel didn't want us with our cameras here at the Sheraton in Terminal 3. There's nothing safe about this. This is all about a pandemic, and yet people are herded into lineups, whether they're in a waiting room setting or whether they're in the hallway waiting for the elevator. This is wrong. Is this a doctor's office? I mean, these people have traveled from all over the place for all kinds of reasons. It's just not right that they have to sit like this for hours after flight. Whether it's someone that's stuck in a room for 3 days or someone that's forced to basically cough up to $2,000 that they don't have, there's something that doesn't sit right.
So we got on a flight. Before getting on the flight, though, I had to be tested in Florida within 72 hours. And we had to make a hotel reservation at a given number of hotels. And my wife spent 6 hours on the phone making the reservation at where I was staying at the Sheraton. But it was mandatory that you do it by phone and not online. Someone archaic. Signage, nothing. So we came across on the departures level to the hotel into a corridor that had 2 elevators. And in that corridor there were about a dozen people in a small corridor where there was no social distancing. There wasn't room for social distancing. Two of the people at the front of the line have been waiting 2 hours looking at a blank elevator. I do describe it as prison-like. Well, yeah, why? I mean, if you can bring food in, why? I mean, that you're risking a chance of bringing the virus in a contained environment. So arguably, this, the check-in process was non-sanitary. The food has been borderline acceptable and very expensive.
In most cases, people can go home and isolate there. If somebody's coming to Canada for the first time, perhaps it's the prudent thing to do. But for those that are traveling and this is their home, they should be allowed to go home.